Hey guys, I just wanted to do a really quick episode today on the Ayurvedic perspective of the four goals of life. So, according to the classical Ayurvedic text, there are four goals to life, and they are Dharma, Moksha, Karma, and Artha. So, Dharma, you may have heard plenty of times, and I think we all sort of in the West start to think that we are all meant to have this one big purpose, this Dharma, and our whole life is revolved around trying to find our Dharma. But, our Dharma changes. And the term Dharma just means right living, the right way to live, or to be of service through that right way to live. So, your Dharma can change throughout your life. For instance, if you are going to university, then your Dharma in that point in time may be to absorb all of the knowledge and to learn and to self-study. And then when you perhaps you finish university, perhaps you get a job out of that. And, in that point, when you are working in that field, you are being of service to the general public, no matter what that job is. So that job, it could be a scientist. That job could be a cafe waitress. The job could be working in retail. The job could be a nurse. The job could be a doctor. Whatever that is, you are being of service. And if you do it from your heart and in the right way, that is, in that point in time, living out your Dharma. Now, moving on from there, you may fall pregnant and you may give birth to a child. Then your Dharma becomes all about being of service to this little beautiful being and helping that little being grow up. Motherhood is challenging, and it really is it is very challenging, yes, but it is the most beautiful time of your life as well. So you are really in this dharmic phase of serving and of giving and giving new life, and really nurturing this little person to be the best that they can. So your focus in that point in time may not be finding this bigger, higher Dharma, and that's in quote unquote, because we all think, well, not all of us, but some of us think that that's the big purpose behind life. But when your dharmic goal is to raise that child in its infant years, then you are living out your Dharma. You don't have to feel that you need to be any more or anything other than what you are doing if you're doing it from the right place, from that place of your heart, from a place of service. So Dharma essentially is living the right way to promote inner and outer health. Living your Dharma simply refers to living a truthful existence in accordance with one's nature and acting for the good of all. So like I said, whatever you do, do it with purpose and from the heart, and you are living your Dharma in that point in time. Now, the second the second goal of right living is karma. So, and that refers to sensory pleasure. Now, Ayurveda says that overindulging in the senses and overstimulating the senses, which a lot of us do these days living in this modern world, can lead to addiction. Now, we have seen this with iPhones and iPads and computers, so on. It also can create imbalances in our health and can lead to frustration. So we need to learn that moderation is the key. However, it is very important to also live a life full of pleasure. So Ayurveda wants you to live your most inspired life, because when you live from this place of, and they're talking more about that internal pleasure, that place of love, that place of joy, you are able to give that out into the world. You're able to take that internal pleasure and feed it through your Dharma, to be of service to others, to live a truthful existence in your true state of mind, your sattvic state of mind. So the third goal of life is Artha, which is prosperity and material wealth. And you may be thinking, what? Like Ayurveda spoke about prosperity all of those thousands and thousands of years ago. Now, material wealth back then and prosperity would look slightly different to what it looks like now. So when we talk about material wealth, we're thinking about the beautiful cars and the big houses and all the money and all the abundance. And that's okay, because, you know, we do, and Ayurveda recognizes that we do need this aspect of our life to be able to live a full, healthy, and happy life. So if you don't have the financial means to back your health or to back your most inspired life, then it can cause sort of an imbalance. So back in the Vedic traditions, the Vedic times, they weren't exactly trading money for time, but they may be trading herbs, they may be trading goats, and the spiritual teachers were trading their wisdom and their time and their presence. And they were actually really, really wealthy people back in those days, because they were given a lot of things. They were given shelter, they were given food in exchange for their spiritual wisdom. So having prosperity and an abundance of wealth, and we're not just talking about money wealth, but, you know, internal wealth, external wealth, is a key goal to life. It does help you live your most inspired life. And this, I suppose, when we can sort of translate that into our modern times, is we really need to look at our own money mindset and our own blocks and beliefs there. Because when we are blocking this prosperity and this wealth coming into our lives, we are blocking a lot of beautiful abundance and a lot of things that are going to help us live our most healthy and inspired life. So abundance is welcomed as it can be shared with others. So the more prosperity and wealth you have in your life, the more you can do with it. It doesn't mean that you have to be greedy or that it equals you're a greedy person, because it certainly doesn't. I know with the wealth that I acquire through my business, I have been sponsoring Bali and people in Bali that are not doing so well through the whole COVID situation. I have weekly debits come out of my bank to support those people in need with food, with these basic sort of things that we take for granted. So with your prosperity, you can really share that and you can help others. We're actually going to be doing a really big section on money mindset, and abundance in my Ayurvedic Alchemist program, which is a 6-month course that certifies you as an Ayurveda and an Ayurveda. I'm an Ayurveda and integrative health practitioner. This course certifies you as an Ayurveda lifestyle and wellness coach. So you'll be learning a lot more about these 4 goals in life so that you can help your clients live their best, most inspired life. Now, the 4th goal of life from the Ayurvedic perspective is Moksha, and Moksha means enlightenment. This is realizing your true nature and breaking free of the notion that you are identified with the mind and the body only. Moksha is knowing your true essence at all times, which goes far beyond the concept of the mind and the body. It's being able to connect to self. And that self is that deep, true essence of who you are, beyond the mind, beyond the body. It is eternal. It is there when your body perishes. It's there when your mind stops functioning. It is the self that is eternal. And this is one of the most sort of important goals to really get in touch with. And it can take a lifetime. It can take a long time to sort of really understand the concept. And the whole goal is to be able to move through life, getting closer and closer to our enlightened state, to our moksha, our liberation. And we can reach this through our higher purpose. So when we are living the right way, being of service, cultivating our Dharma, when we can include our sensory pleasures and live in that place of joy and abundance, and when we can really grasp the prosperity so that we can share all of that with everybody else, we get to this higher sense of purpose. We get to really live into this true nature, and we get to break free from all of those beliefs and thoughts that are holding us back from being our best self. We are spiritual beings living a human existence in our body and mind, but our mind, body, and consciousness is unified. If we can live in alignment with the four goals of life, this will allow us to live our most inspired life and to share our life with others to help them do the same. So if you would like to work on these four goals of life, and if you would like to help others work on these four goals of life, I would love to invite you to become an Ayurveda alchemist. Namaste, everyone.